All righty. Good morning, everybody. We'll be starting in just a second. Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. Happy Friday. Ooh, this light is on a little too much. Hold on. There. All right. Happy Friday, everybody. I can't believe we made it so far this far. Let's start with the pleasantries. Um, hey, Devin, Richard, Ivano, Stephen, John, SB, Vertuvian, Rahel, Jill, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Cam, happy Friday. David, Robert, Dave, Delroy, Lydia, Penny. Hey, Penny. Make sure you say hello to Ray. Cheese Gray Trader. There's Ray. There's John. There's Richard Skinner, Illinois grain farmer. Stan, Omar. Hey, Omar. Jeff, C. Fazio, Lewis, Kirk, Eduardo, Andrew, Genevieve, Amos, Harry, Tom, Sergey, William, hey, William, Lloyd, Jody, Wade, Gregory, Tom, Brian, Spider Monkeys there. Oh boy. Solaire, Peanuts, Steve, Dave, Robert, Wesley, Mike, Dave, Wayne, Richard. Good morning, Richard from Puente Gorda. Hope you're doing well. Harold, hey, Harold. Charlene, Jason, Don, James, we got a lot of people here. That's what we got. We got James, we got Tamara, we got Al, we got Krish, Duzzy, Kay, Manuel, Henry, Mike, Whitco, Anukumar, George, Kevin, Hopium, John, Javad, Bugs, Stacy, John, Rachel, Scotty, Dave, CJ, just Jen. We got Shannon, Gregory, Walt, Martin. Hey, Martin. HG, how are you? Ralph, Randy, James, Gustavo. Hey, Gustavo. Rick, Lori, David, and Dave. We got a lot of people here today for a Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are doing great. Still have people coming in. We got JB. We got Bill. Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. So let me tell you really quickly. Moondog is in the house. Pete's in the house. Doug is here. Good, good, good. So let me tell you. Let me tell you about my day yesterday. Let me see this. We'll check it out after the show. Thanks for sharing. Eagle Beagle's here. John is here. Steve is here. Thomas is here. Doug, Pete, Moondog, Kathleen. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We'll be starting in about 1 minute. Real quick, if you don't mind, please, please, please go to HG right here and make sure you're a 1080p. The gearbox, the little gearbox, make sure you're a 1080p. Very important. Otherwise, it's gonna get really blurry. Don't set it to auto unless you have a real fast Ethernet connection. Set it at 10, force 1080p because it'll switch back on you. And if you don't mind, give us a thumbs up right below the gearbox right here. One time, one time. We got Romel, Michael, Eduardo, Matt, Chris, Kathleen, Eagle Beagle. A lot of people are coming in this Friday. So let me tell you about my day yesterday, and I'll be very, very quick. I don't want to take up your time, but let me just tell you real quickly my day yesterday. I mean, you guys will not believe this. So my TC2000 server wasn't turning on in the morning. TC2000s were having problems. My car software failed, and my car had to be towed. The cable in my area got hit by lightning, and it was off while I was at work. My daughter lost her wallet. Matt got a stomach bug. Raleigh took a holiday and somebody forgot to show up for my webinar to post the CTA. That all happened to me yesterday. That was yesterday, okay? So far, so good today. Everything seems to be okay. But can you imagine For one day. Happy Friday. I need a Friday. I needed a drink. I don't drink, but I needed a drink yesterday after all of that. And we still made money in the pit. So yeah, full moon. What did it? Mercury retrograde. When it rains, it pours. All that stuff. Okay, so links, folks. Today's going to be a big day in the VIP room, and let me tell you why. Today's going to be the day you guys have all been waiting for. And Murphy's Law never fails. Morning, Richard. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I had a day yesterday. I had a day yesterday. Yep. Yep. So let me tell you what the agenda today for the VIP room is, okay? It's going to be a really, really cool agenda. Let me post it right here. So today we're going to move from, so all this week we've been talking about how to select the right stock. The last couple of days, we've been fine tuning on the intraday chart. And today we're going to move to options. Okay. So we're going to talk about liquidity, volatility, cost. Should we be doing debit spreads, credit spreads, straight calls, or puts? Should we be doing short term expirations or long term expirations? And I'll introduce you guys to the benefit of short-term debit spreads and what's the best for pit style of trades. Okay. So this is a question that a lot of folks want to answer to. Okay. So we're gradually moving from stocks to the options because we already know what stock to trade. We already know when to enter. We already know when to exit. But now we got to figure out what stock to trade. Okay. So, I mean, what options to pick. So how to move from picking the stock to getting the right option, liquidity, volatility, costs, debit spread, credit spread, straight call or put, short-term expiration, long-term expiration, benefits of short-term debit spreads. I've never talked about this topic before, and I'm seeing a lot of love there. That's happening today at noon. You would be out of your stinking, you would be out of your mind to miss that session, okay? It's always something. Yep, it's always something. There's the link for that. And while you're there, let's see what people have to say about my agenda. Let's see. Oh my God, amazing. We had a win on it with all and the Matt and the not only did you have a win on AMD, but what about the time spread, the calendar spread? How about that one? Between 10 and 40% people made on that. Hope Matt is, yeah, I think he'll be fine. I just need to make sure he's okay. You should have played Lotto. The AMD trade was a great thing. You're welcome. I'm still here. Of course I'm still here. What do you think I'm going to go? To the circus? Will there be a Yeah, Ed, there will be a rebroadcast, but also they're all recorded in the live tab of the YouTube channels. Let me show you real quick before we begin. So here, you go to YouTube. Here, YouTube, right? Let me show you how to get there. You type in Roger Scott, right? You go right here. And you see it says live right here, live tab. Everything from the morning and afternoon is right here. This is live right now. This is yesterday VIP room. See, he looks a little red already. And this is yesterday morning. This is VIP room from the previous day. This is Thursday morning, and so forth and so forth. They're all right here on the live tab. Anytime I'm live with you, it's recorded and it's automatically saved to the live tab. I'm going to post that for you right now. Okay. I'm going to post that for you right now. So you have that. Okay. Here you go. All right. Let's see what people are saying. Mercury retrograde. Yeah, replay. But I here's the link for it, and you guys can have it there. 17% win on the IMG in the morning. Good, good, good. I'm glad to hear that. Limited trading access while on holiday. Gotcha, William. Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, anyways, it's not like they're going anywhere. It's not like those trades are going anywhere. We got more going on today and tomorrow. And also, folks, don't forget, customer service live. The best place to be on earth. Customer service live. Okay, folks. And by the way, I don't have to rush today because I don't have anywhere to be. I'm going to be working from home today. Since Matt is not here, I will be working from home. Okay. So I will be here with you all day long, and hopefully Clyde will show up. Hey, Junior. How are you? Good to see you, Junior. All right. So I gave you the links. What are the small cap stocks that I'm looking at today? Can anybody tell me? I'll tell you what they are. You don't have to guess. It's MRM. We want the stock to trade above 260. We want the stock to trade above 260. Okay. There's a lot of volume on this stock. And the last one, or the first one actually, is Oris. We want this one. It already is moving actually. We want this one to trade above this moving average right here at about 22 cents. 22 cents right here during the session. The reason 22 cents is because I want the stock to trade above the 15-day right here. I want people to start buying it right here. Right here, actually, 22 cents right there. So they're not ready yet. And MRM is right here. The reason we do that is because we want to make sure during the session on heavy volume, the stock takes out the pre-opening high. That's a very, very important level, okay? During the regular session, the market takes out the pre-opening high. That's where I get these levels from, okay? And the volume on the stocks has to be very, very heavy. So, for example, just to give you an example, I'm just trying to teach you. So for Oris, look at the volume, 66,137. See how much it's buzzing? And MRM, it's 1,698% higher volume. Both stocks are up like almost 100%. Those are the kind of small caps you want. You want the small caps that folks can't get buy fast enough, okay? All right. Good, Kevin. And if you have any questions, you can always email me. You know I always got your back. By the way, folks, here's my email address, roger@rogerscott.com, okay? If you have a trading question. Hey, Bob, good morning to you. Vladimir, good morning to you. Harold, good morning, everybody. If I'm not saying good morning, it's just a lot of people there. All right, let's talk about the market today. NASDAQ is up 73. Dow's up 116. This is random. This is not trading action. Also, I'm only going to say this once. I hate to say this, but what happened yesterday? What happened yesterday when the market opened? Remember I told you I think we're going to make a high at the open. We're way, way overbought. We need to get above this level when we break down. Remember I drew this line for you yesterday? We broke down and look at what happened. We tried to break it again and look at what happened. Couldn't break it. Look at QQQ. We broke that level right here at that line. Today, we have a gap again, second time in a row at that level. The level you want to watch is 569.07 on the QQQ. Point is, I think we're going to have an inside or a bearish day today. I don't think we're going to have a bullish day today. And yesterday, opened up, all the FOMO Joes got suckered in, and the market went down, exactly as I told you yesterday. Remember, I was showing you all the red flags, and I was showing you there's not a lot of stocks moving up. I did not like how yesterday looked. I was telling you, be careful, be careful, be careful. And what happened yesterday? Good, Richard. So happy to hear that. So happy to hear that. No, only during market, Stefan. Only during market. Only during market. When they stop, you hold them till they stop going up. Okay. So, do we have any news today? Only one thing. Alberto Musalem speaking at 10:20. That'll be it today. Nothing else today. We do have some earnings we have to digest, including XYZ, TTD, and Lilly's already done. But we have to digest these two. I'll talk about catalysts in a second. Gold. You may or may not remember that my analysis on gold, I've been pretty much saying the same thing on gold ever since here. So I'm going to say it again, and I'm just going to repeat myself. So if you want to tune out for the next minute or so, that's fine, because There's nothing changed here. One thing about me, I'm very consistent. I don't change my thing when something doesn't work my way or it does. I stay with with everything. So you could see we never really broke this area. We looked like we were gonna break this area, but we never did. And I told you guys when we were right here, I said be careful because the market's starting to get a little bearish. And if that's the case, gold is gonna rally, and boy, did it rally. So if you've been holding gold, continue holding gold. If it starts trading today above 34.48, go ahead and accumulate a little bit more. Just a little bit more. If you've been holding gold. If you haven't been holding gold, go ahead and buy some at 38.448. We want to buy it above this level, okay? If you've been holding gold, go ahead, like throughout here. This is your liquidation area right here, this bar. So just hold on right now, but don't increase exposure. So if you have gold, hold on to gold. If you don't have gold, it's okay to buy a little bit of gold here. I'm actually liking gold stocks more right now, and I had some on my list yesterday. But it's okay to start dipping your toe in gold once we pass this level today, 34.4850, okay? Again, if you already have it, there's nothing for you to do. Don't go hot and heavy right now. US dollar. US dollar is sitting right at our support level. It's lower today, but by very, very little. The lower the US dollar goes, the more tailwind it gives the US stock market from foreign countries. But this doesn't look very peachy right here. And if we break this level, first of all, gold's going to go higher. But second of all, it's going to destabilize the US dollar more. So we're watching this trend very, very closely. We're kind of in this channel right now, if you will. All right. Crude oil. I don't know what to tell you. You know, I want to tell you something, but there's just nothing to say. I mean, dead, just dead, 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 dead. Nothing going on. Nothing going on one way or another, which by the way is very typical this time of year. It's not atypical. By the way, Nasdaq is coming off right now pretty hard the last 20 minutes. Just QQQs. Chips are not, but Nasdaq is. So it's not, it's a soft. And folks, whenever I say chips, don't automatically think it's tech. There's software, there's networks, there's hardware, and then there's chips. Okay. There's like four subsectors in technology. Let's see what's pushing the market down. Nope, not small caps. The blue chips, blue chip, RSP, blue chips. Huh. SPY. Okay, so it's a pretty broad sell-off. We've been seeing a pretty nasty sell-off. Look at this. The level you want to keep an eye on the SPY today is right here, overnight low. Sorry, I'm doing a little bit of work while I'm working with you. I'm just putting in overnight breakdown alerts. Okay, just so I have them on the major indices. And this one, we don't even have to change. This is right where it was yesterday, right here. Look at that. Okay, so let's continue. Bond market. What's the bond market doing? Let's see. Actually, let's see what the bond market's doing right now. The bond market's going down right now, coming off, which is causing the stock market to go down. We got a pretty good support area here, right here. And I'm just switching from real time to delayed. I mean, it's not a big deal pre-open, but you could see we're in this channel. I think we're going to bottom out right here and just consolidate, go back and forth. If we break this channel, that means higher interest rates. If we break this channel on US dollar, that means destabilization. So we have to keep an eye because both the US dollar and the bond could be potential catalysts next week if they break that level. Overnight low on the SPY here. Let me give it to you. It's a good question. Right here, 633.49-ish right here. You should always have the overnight high and the overnight low as support and resistance areas on your regular daily charts, okay? You should always have the overnight high and the low and the closing the pre-closing on your charts as support and resistance areas. Markets bounce off those areas. This is if you're day trading. Yeah, he's what Matt today. Matt had towards the end of the day he started getting stomach problems, so I told him to go home. And he was supposed to be off today anyway, so it's a double whammy. Maybe Mark, if I see something cooking, I'll give it to you. Just depends. I'm not expecting a lot of movement in the market today, which I'm going to talk about right now. I'm not expecting a lot from the market today. And if the market's doing this, I don't know if I want to trade. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, Mark. If I see a good setup, I mean, you got me. I'm no sliced bread. All right. Right here, look for support. Folks, I'm telling you right now, if we start breaking down right here, and it's not going to happen today, but if we start breaking down from here on the bonds, you make a note for yourself. And if we start breaking down right here on the US dollar, both the US dollar and the bonds will become a catalyst. I think he's gonna cut rates. I think he's gonna cut rates. Can you please share the levels? I did. I shared the levels. I actually shared them on the screen. And you can get them yourself. The low on the SPY is right here. 633.51, and the high was, what is it? 634.75. Okay. You remember, you can always rewind this video. Thanks, Bob. So crude oil, nothing. Bonds, very dangerous to breaking down. And same thing with US dollar. Gold, if that continues, we'll see higher prices on gold. Also, the fact that cigarette stocks and gold stocks are making 52-week highs is not something that's going unnoticed by me, okay? China, what's China doing? China's above our level right now. China's taking a little breather. We're below this trend line right here. So we're starting to fizzle out on China a little bit. We're starting to fizzle out. I wouldn't give up the ghost yet because we have to get below the 50-day, but we're not getting a lot of tailwind from China. Yeah, sliced wheat bread. If there's something there, Mark, I'll do it. I mean, I have it right here on my one of my 6 screens that I'll be looking at today. 5 screens, actually, sorry, that I'll be looking at. Bitcoin, I still like Bitcoin. I'm still bullish on Bitcoin and Bitcoin stocks because we're above the 8-day EMA. So if there's a good opportunity on something related to Bitcoin, I'll take it. And to me, sometimes when money starts coming out of the stock market, it actually starts going into Bitcoin and gold. So I'm neutral on Bitcoin. I'm not bearish. I'm neutral to slightly bullish on Bitcoin. Just looking for a right setup. Volatility. What's volatility doing? Well, notice volatility is inside yesterday's range. And I have a sneaky suspicion that's what we're going to see in the stock market today. I'm hardly seeing any catalysts, and it's Friday. Next gen. Can you guys tell next gen what I said about gold, guys? So I don't have to repeat the whole thing. I've been doing it every day. What do I think about tariffs on gold? I think I'll talk about that in a minute. I haven't got there yet. So with that note, does anybody want to tell us what the catalysts are for today? I think that's a pretty good. Amos, you don't have to delete that. So does anybody want to tell us what the catalysts with that statement? Are you going to talk about gold and tariffs? Does anybody want to lead off what the catalysts are for today? I think that's a good lead in. Bob, only 181 thumbs up? How dare they? Well, we're only 24 minutes in. Okay, so let's see. Richard, Fed governor pick. That's not a catalyst for the market. Gold, yes, definitely gold. Fed speaker, yes. Travel stocks, yes. I have travel stocks too, just like you do. I have consumer non-durables. I have that too. Consumer staples. I got you there. I didn't get cannabis. Cannabis? What's going on with cannabis, Richard? You've been smoking some cannabis? I'm just playing around. What's going on with cannabis? How does cannabis get into all of this? I missed the cannabis one. Japan, no. But yeah, Expedia, MNSTR, Take-Two, and TTD and Pins are all soft tech. I would put them all into soft tech. Expedia, you got Expedia with your travel stocks. Don't double dip, Richard. Don't double dip and you got MNSTR with your consumer non-durables and restaurants. Don't. I'm watching you, Richard Feinberg. He's double dipping. Richard, I'm just in a good mood. I'm just giving you a hard time. Just playing around. Industrial, what's going on with industrial? What's going on with cannabis and industrial? Am I missing something? Chips, what's going on with chips today? Well, you guys are looking at a different stuff than I am. Here's what I have, okay? Travel because of Expedia, consumer staples because of MNST. Richard tried to double whammy XPE and MNST, but that's okay, Richard. I like you, Richard. That's why I'm giving you a hard time. Gold, right? We talked about gold being a catalyst, right? How about software? Thank you, Take Two and TTD and Pins. Yeah, it's not big enough, Richard. It's not big enough. Not big enough. Caterpillar, what happened to Caterpillar? Let's see. Caterpillar, I didn't see anything happening to Caterpillar. There's nothing happening in Caterpillar. When were earnings? Earnings were 8.5. There's nothing happening on Caterpillar. Folks, the worst thing you can do is call something a catalyst that's not a catalyst. Because you'll be looking at it for something to happen and then nothing's going to be happening. Okay, so what's with the chips? So I got the canopy. What's going on? There's nothing on Caterpillar. What's up with chips? Where's the chips? Cat was downgraded? I don't see it. When was it downgraded? I don't see anything on Caterpillar, guys. Nothing. I mean, up 0.21. There's no Caterpillar is not a catalyst. SMIC? What the hell is SMIC? You mean SMCI? That was yesterday. You guys are doing the same thing. You guys, SMIC? What's SMIC? SMIC? You mean SMCI? That was yesterday, guys. That was yesterday. Folks, again, if something is out, ask yourself, when did it come out? And did the market have a chance to put it into its price? The answer is yes. Wendy's, yes, that's fine. Wendy's is consumer staple. Same thing with Monster Beverage. No, no, I don't care about some Chinese chip maker. No, no, no. I've never even heard of that ticker symbol before. No, no, no. Not seeing anything on chips. No. SMH is up 0.36 right now. There's nothing going on with chips. Folks, let's be real here. Okay, so I'm going to give you the catalysts again. And actually, Richard got it right today. He usually gets it right. Travel, consumer staples, we got Wendy's and Monster, right? Soft tech, the pins, those couple of other ones. Fintech, Block, Fintech. We missed Block. All of you missed Fintech. Fintech. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. It's not seeing it in Is it in SMH? No. No. All right, guys. So here's my catalyst. Fintech, XYZ, Block, Gold, software, not hardware, software, consumer staples, travel stocks. Nice and tidy. Let's not talk about chips. Let's not talk about Caterpillar. Let's not talk about all the things that happened yesterday. Okay? It's not a catalyst. Caterpillar is barely up today. And by the way, if you ever want to make a confirmation, just check what you're looking at. If you think Caterpillar is a catalyst, before you post it here, look at it. If something is up 0.21%, 0.21%, do you think it's impacting the market? Obviously not. So why even talk about it? Wendy's. Is Wendy's moving? Well, it's moving at least. It's got something. MNST, MSTR, sorry, MSTR. See, down 0.276. It's moving. So find stocks that are actually moving as a catalyst, okay? Yeah, like XYZ up over 8% overnight. FinTech, that's a catalyst. That's a catalyst. You think that Chinese stock is a catalyst? Check SMH. Is SMH moving? If something is a catalyst, it's got to impact SMH. SMH is up 0.38. 0.38. Remember what I told you. If something is up or down less than 1%, it's immaterial to the market. This is important. This is why I'm spending so much time on it. Apple was a catalyst yesterday during the session. TTD is a software. That's definitely a catalyst. That's software. All right. So now let's go through my analysis. So just so you know, Expedia, consumer staple, travel and transports, Monster and Wendy's, if you want to put Wendy's in that too, consumer up 7%. That's a catalyst. Consumer staples, Richard got it right. Software, 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 all software, software. Okay? So I give you all the catalysts. So today, what are we going to be looking at? Not mega caps. We're going to be looking at consumer staples, consumer discretionary, gold, XLK, which is just technology, and XLC, consumer fintech. That fintech can make a big splash. Big splash. I don't even see why it's not here, but we have it right here. XYZ right here. Right here. Okay, let's look at the news and let's break everything down again, okay? Tariffs and geopolitical developments, as well as a wave of earnings, with the investors waiting U.S. President Trump's effort to tighten grip on Federal Reserve. You mean, how about controlling the Federal Reserve? Right? That's a better statement. Gold futures in New York jumped as report that U.S. imports of 1 kilogram bullion bars are now subject to tariffs, posing a threat to trade flow. In Switzerland, that's a catalyst. That's a catalyst right there. Okay. Fortinet plummeted 22%, top security loser. Lilly, this is why we look at catalysts, because they can drive prices. Plunged more than 14%. Caterpillar fell over 22%. That happened yesterday. Folks, stop giving me catalysts from yesterday, today. AMD, LRCX, this is old news. This is already priced into the market. Glenn, did you just hear what I just said? You're reading news that's up. That's yesterday's news, my friend. Yesterday's news. Just because a stock is up or down doesn't mean squat. All right. Thank you, Bob. And folks, if you're just coming in here, please do us a favor and give us a thumbs up right here. One time, thumbs up. Thank you. All right. Also, let me AMD. You know, Glenn, do me a favor. If you don't know something, please just don't. Glenn just posted that AMD's up 5%. AMD's up 1.11%. LRCX is down 0.8%. Glenn guessed, before you start posting things here, make sure what you're posting is real, because people may actually look at the nonsense that you're writing and take it for real. Capiche? Thank you. Let's continue. Labor Department Thursday, 7,000. Now they're saying this is a big number. This is not a big number. It's been at this number for for as far back as I can remember. It's been around 220,000. This is not a big number. All right. Atlanta President Bostic says he sees one rate cut is likely this year, reiterated there are reasons to doubt that inflationary effects from tariffs will be short-lived. The question about whether tariffs are one time, they're still on the tariff thing. If I hear another word about tariffs, no more tariffs. Bloomberg reported that Christopher Waller is emerging as a top candidate to become a central bank's chair. Kevin Hassett is panicking. My ex-partner is panicking. Futures have an 89% chance of a rate cut. Uh, Economic data is empty. Europe is down 0.1. As you could see how much volatility we're getting in the market from Europe. Zero. Holding steady at the end of the week. Geopolitical developments, tariffs, corporate earnings, blah, 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 blah. But notice the stocks that are moving. Mining and healthcare stocks advanced. Insurance stocks underperformed. Nothing about chips or tech stocks here. Okay. China. China gave up early gains and ended slightly lower today as caution prevailed ahead of the country's inflation data. Chip stocks slumped on Friday in China, not in the USA, pressured by an 8% slide in Chinese largest chip maker. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. I got a good question for you. We look at SMH for chips. You go to constituents. You deeply look at constituents. Do you see this stock? Do you see this stock? Do you see SMIC in here? No. Then what the hell are you talking? Then why are you bringing it up to me? If it's not in the SMH, why would it move the market? What does it have to do? U.S. market works off of SMH. Did you go to SMH before you told me that that stock is a catalyst? You obviously did not. Am I being a little hard on you? Of course. Why? Because we do this every day. And I told you every day, if you want to know, look inside. If it's not an SMH, it's not a catalyst. SMH is barely up today. Why would it be a catalyst? If it's a catalyst, it has to be up 5%, 3%, 2%, not below random. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. It's okay, Glenn. We're just giving you a hard time. That's a catalyst. That's a software catalyst. Okay, that's a catalyst. All right, let's continue. Glenn, what I'm fearful of is that you may tell someone that and they may actually listen to what you're saying. And then they're going to be looking at semiconductors all day today going, where's the beef? Where's the beef? Where's the beef? All right, before we continue this party, remember, VIP room today. Here's the link. Here's the link. What is Uncle Roger going to be talking about in the VIP room today? Options. Moving from stocks to options. Factors to consider. Liquidity, volatility, cost. Should we be doing debit spreads? Should we be doing credit spreads? Should we be doing straight calls or puts? Short-term expiration versus long-term expiration. What's been working in the pit? Benefits of short-term debit spreads and what style best works in the pit. If you miss it, you are being very, very irresponsible and maybe even foolish. You don't want to miss that session. Whether you're in the pit or not, you don't want to miss this session. And while I have your attention, Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show, 10 to 1 every day. Oh, that's VIP room link. Hold on. Let me give you Customer Service Live link. Here we go. Sorry, I didn't mean to confuse you. Here's the right link. Okay, there you go. Yeah, those were yesterday. Listen to Penny. She'll guide you the right way, Glenn. China, SMIC, but did it do anything to our... Now, look, I highlighted it, right, in yellow. And then I looked at SMH, and I decided that it wasn't a catalyst. You could have done the same thing, but you didn't. You know that you know this. You know how to go to the constituents. You know how to check here, but none of you did that. You just decided because... Don't be lazy. Don't be lazy. Japan closed sharply higher today as clarity over U.S. tariffs and upbeat tech earnings boost sentiment. Tech and auto stocks led the gains. They just follow. They're just in their own little world right now. And I've already mentioned this. Expedia is a catalyst. MNST is a catalyst. These are not catalysts on their own, but they're catalysts together. Because this is soft tech, this is soft tech, and this is soft tech. So these will impact the technology sector, okay? Hey, Delbert. I know, Eduardo. I highlighted it because because it's important, but it's not a catalyst. Something that's important, just because I highlighted it doesn't mean it's a catalyst. Thanks, Naples fan. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's get into the nitty gritty, shall we? Okay, Again, I hate to say I told you so, but remember I was showing you this yesterday. We only now have 48% of stocks trading above the 200-day moving average and only 48% of stocks trading above the 50-day moving average. Roger, that must be a mistake. You must be reading something else. How can that be when the S&P is literally at all-time highs? How can 50% of these stocks be below the 50-day moving average, which is right here? Look at RSP. See, RSP is right at the 50-day moving average. Because if you take away the mags, if you take this away, you're left with this. And you see how close this is to a 50-day moving average? And you see the price action? Choppy, choppy. Look at QQQE when you take away the market cap. Choppy. Nothing above this level. Just choppy, choppy, choppy. That's really what the market's looking like. The mags are tricking each and every one of you into thinking that the market is really looking like that. The market does not look like that if you strip out the mags. The market look like this. And that is not a really bullish look. That is what the market internals are representing. Okay. So we don't have strong momentum right now. Hey, Jeff, goes below overnight low. Does that mean SPY should go down? If SPY goes below the overnight, well, if the SPY goes below overnight low, doesn't it mean it's already going down, James? Your question is like, it's kind of like if I see my wife kissing another man, does that mean she's cheating? Or does that mean she's going to cheat on me? Well, if she's kissing another man, she's already cheating on you. If the SPY's below yesterday's low, the SPY's already down by definition. So you see what I'm saying? It's kind of a conclusionary question. All right. So we don't have strong momentum right now. We don't have strong momentum right now. Okay. When you look here, you will see right here, S&P 500, only 53% of stocks are trading above the 50-day, 55, mid caps 51, 48, small caps. Nothing good is going on here, folks. Look at the Nasdaq 100, the top 100 Nasdaq stocks. 56% are trading above the 200-day. 44% of stocks are trading below the 200-day moving average. The market is very vulnerable right now. It's extremely vulnerable right now. Very, very vulnerable. You think you're trading this or this, but you're really trading this. And that is not nearly as pretty. Okay? Very, very, very important. Okay. What about overall momentum levels? Well, first of all, let's look at where everything is. So home builders, retail, right away, consumer staples, defensive. So what do you have after two defensive? Speculation. Middle, defensive. Technology's here. Semiconductors are consumer discretionaries here. Communication is here. Basic materials is here, and industrial is here. We're pretty fragmented right now. This is like somebody took the market and shook it in a bag. This is telling us we don't have a clear path right now. Think about this. Technology's here, but semiconductors are here. Consumer staples are right next to consumer discretionary and utilities. It doesn't make any sense. So there's a lot of fragmentation right now. It looks like technology is starting to move a little higher, but not nearly as aggressively or as fast as I would want. And if technology is still on the lower end of the scale and communication and mid caps and industrial, we have a lot to work with here. This is a good month to enjoy Cape Cod. Yes, it is, Eagle Beagle. Yes, it is. Yeah, XLF financials are in the bottom. I mean, it's just we have a shake and bake, okay? Shake and bake. We don't have much going on here. All right. What about individual stocks? Well, I mean, what about sectors? Well, let's take a look at what we got here. SPY. This is yesterday's high. This is yesterday low. We're squarely inside, and it's Friday. What happens when there is a fragmentation? This. range bound garbage, nonsense, no clear path. No clear path is what happens. This is what happens. Look, this is what happens. This is what happens. Okay, Dana Dang. No, it could never be perfect, but sometimes it could just be together. See, just choppiness, grinding you, grinding you. You'll also notice, by the way, I mean, we haven't got there yet, but you'll also notice something. The stocks that have been on my watch list, I've had almost the same stocks on my watch list the entire week. And that's not a great thing either. I mean, I'm consistent, but it's not a great thing either, because if there's only a handful of stocks that are moving up at the expense of everything else, and yes, that is happening, you could see that clearly based on this. You could see how many, if only 48% of stocks are trading above the 58 moving average. That means 50% of stocks are trading. Look, just to give you a visual here, that means 50% of stocks. One second, let me turn this off here. That means 50% of stocks are right here. And 50% of stocks are right here. They're not up here. They're up here. They're over here. They're not breaking out. So it's Friday today. We've had a lot of chop this week. We don't have major earnings today. We don't have crazy catalysts today either. We don't have any mega caps reporting. The odds are we're going to have a choppy, inside, boring day. Can I prove that? No. Fridays are usually either really crazy or really calm. We've had a pretty volatile market. Not only have we had a volatile market, the market's been volatile, but it hasn't gone anywhere. Okay? As proof right here or right here. Look, hasn't gone anywhere all week. What makes you think it's going to go somewhere today? Probably not. So I'm looking for a very calm session. I'm not looking for a lot of volume or market cap. I think the market is going to be looking for price discovery today. Now, I will keep you updated throughout the day, but I'm not really seeing anything amazing today. Look at SMH. This is the high of yesterday. This is the low of yesterday. Inside day. It's going to take a lot of work to get above this level and below this level. These are going to be support and resistance areas for today. Okay. Yesterday's high and low. QQQ. Yesterday's high and low. Mega caps. Yesterday high and low. SMH. Yesterday high and low. Dow Jones. Yesterday high and low. Look at the range the Dow had yesterday and look at where we're at right now. So not seeing a lot of directional bias, not seeing a lot of craziness, just not seeing a lot of money being a lot of directional trends. And you could see it right here. Look, 52-week highs, 80 stocks, less than 100. This is all stocks priced between $20 and $5,000 that have only 300 shares of volume per average per day, which is minimal. That's like a large cap in 5 minutes, okay? 300,000 per day, per day. I mean, like, we can do that volume in this room, okay? Okay? And it's not an ETF, and there's 80. A normal day would be 250, 300. A normal day, 80. How about 20-week highs? 58. How about 50-day high? That's a 2-month high, 63. How about a 90-day high, the big daddy? Only 120. I mean, you barely have any momentum. And to the downside, 69, 77, 25. We're here, folks. And also, I hate to say I told you so, but we're in the middle of summer right now, and we're entering a real dead period of summer. You don't need to make an eight, just add it to your system. And when you pull up the chart, it'll just give you the ATR, just like I have it. Look. See my ATR? See right here, look. Give me a ticker symbol. NVIDIA, okay? Boom, $4.76. How about Microsoft? Boom, $12 right there. See this number right here? I don't have to, just tells me right away. 10-day ATR right here. See how easy that is? Give me a stock. Intel. Okay, boom. 62 cents. Okay. How about AMD? $8.83 right here. So right away, at any time I pull up a chart, I could see the 10-day ATR right there at any given moment. TTD right here. $6.20. See that? I don't have to calculate it. It just does it for me. Okay. So let me give you stocks that I'm looking at. I'll go ahead and use bar chart because it has all the accoutrements. I'm going to give you the short side first. Short sides first. Nice short stock. WPP. You may have some liquidity issues with these. Canadian Railway. CWAN. CWAN. Cold. Oh, it's going to get cold out there. FI. Lulu. First time ever on our list, right, guys? Let me look at Chewy. This is not on my list. I just want to see if I want to add it to my list. My dogs get very upset when I trade Chewy. No, nope, nope. Uh, Charter. Nice, very nice. RHI. That's beautiful right there. AMN. Yeah, this is ready. Okay. Let me give you the long side, okay? NVIDIA and AVGO, one to a customer, only one to a customer. Hood. Notice the long ones. Same stocks I've been giving you in the room, in the VIP room all week. Cisco. There's only a handful of stocks that are really moving right now. And these are it, unfortunately. Cisco, J&J, CRDO, Dollar Tree. I don't know why Matt and I got rid of this one. We should have kept it. Dollar Tree, DY. Now here's an interesting one. RYAAY. Nice looking stocks, right? FN, FN, and RYTM. RYTM. Royal Bank of Canada. Oh, no, no, no. Wrong stock. Wrong stock. Although this one doesn't look bad. Let me add it to the list. RY. Let me, US dollar going down may be bullish for this, but let me give you the one I intended. This one. It's an interesting stock right there. All right. Now, folks, before you get into the session today, something you should pay attention to. The last hour, the bond market has been just coming down, straight down. We're now into yesterday's range and we're still cooling off. That's going to put a little pressure on the stock market. Okay. The level you want to see the stock market trade above today is 634.75, 634.75. Then you want to see it trade above 637, 637. So 630, here, let me add this here. So 639, 6, here, right here. Right here. 637.01 and 634.75, give or take. But that's the levels you want to watch to the upside today. Okay. To the downside, you want to watch 629.05. Okay. Now, here's the link for the VIP room. I will be talking about options, and more options today. Okay. I'll be talking about options and options and options and options, how to select them, how to find them, how to work them, all the stuff about options. Don't miss out. And if you're confused, if you have questions, if you have something you want to know, you can always send me an email, not customer service, trading questions, or go to customer service live. Go to customer service live. There's the Cam and Gustavo show right there. Customer Service Live. They will help you out every chance they get. These folks love helping folks out, okay? There's the link. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll be working from home today. I don't think I'll be doing very much today, not because I'm alone, but because the market doesn't look like it's going to give us anything. I'll be updating you throughout the day, and I'll be here till 4 o'clock, and maybe Clyde will do a special appearance in the VIP room if everybody behaves themselves. I hope you guys have a great day. Please, please, please don't get suckered in today. It's a Friday, and I have a feeling it's going to be one of those dead Fridays. We'll check the market internals. We'll see what's going on. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Bob, how many thumbs up do we have? Let's see how many thumbs up we have. I'll calculate it myself. Hey, we got 304 thumbs up. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Bye, everyone. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you at noon. Don't be late. And Cam and Gustavo, thank you for being here. Thank you, all my regulars. If I don't speak to you, have an amazing weekend. I'm going to rest like there's no tomorrow. I'm exhausted. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for being here. And folks, the last thing I want to do is hurt anybody's feelings or anything like that. If I come off a little firm, it's just because I'm very vested in what I'm doing. Please don't take what I'm saying personally at all, okay? Thank you, guys. Bye. I just care about all of you, and I want you guys to do really well, okay? Bye. Be careful today. It's going to be a Friday, and I think it's going to be one of those sleepy Fridays. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll find out pretty soon. ADD is going to be a big tell. ADD after the open is going to be a big tell by how many stocks are above or below yesterday's close, and I'll post that for you so we'll know